Well, good morning and welcome to Rangers Radio. This last pre-match show of the season 2022-2023. Join myself, Oxygen, on the panel this morning is my mate Albert. Morning, Albert.
Morning, Ox. How are you? Keeping well?
Good, mate. Good. Tip-top, mate. Tip-top. I've got the team for you, Albert. You listening?
Go for it, pal.
McCrory, Tavernier, Suter, Lundstrom, Rudvan, Jack, Cantwell and Raskin, Hadji, Matondo and Fashion Jr. with substitutes of McGregor, Cholak, Wright, Barisic, Arfield, King, Devine, Lowry and Young Rice. Okay, tell us your thoughts, mate.
Pretty standard, I thought, apart from Lundstrom in the back four. I didn't see that one coming. But anyway, it was there. He's there. Not a bad team, but I mean, that's the team we're going forward with, or part of the team we're going forward with for next season. So I'll see what they do. They'll be playing well anyway. The majority of them played at Easter Road, didn't they? And they all played well. So let's hope they do the same today.
One change for you, Easter Road would be Matondo for King, mate. Yeah?
Aye.
Change.
I thought it was a wee bit harsh dropping him anyway for the Hearts game, you know what I mean? So, but anyway, they done what they done with this sentimentality nonsense, you know what I mean? That's done. We're back to business again. So this is the start of the future now. That's the way I see it anyway. Do you see that going?
Is this the beginning and the end of the future? The beginning.
It's not even the start of the end.
As Winston said that.
Aye. But I'm looking forward. I mean, I like most of the players in the team, if not them all, apart from Lundstrom at centre half, I like. No, I mean, I like the players. I like to see them. And I'm excited for next season. You know what I mean? So, all's well in the garden, as they say.
Right, I'll tell you what we'll do, mate. It's the last game. We'll get these phone lines open, see if people want to join me and you.
Yeah, and an early morning.
Aye. Fox looks stunning at this time, doesn't he?
Aye. You're at your best, mate. You're at your best.
Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show. It's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Yes, I'm glad John McCrory's getting another game, mate. You know, they bring back Allen, we drop 2 points.
Oh, I know. I'm still angry at that. No, I mean, it's not that they all played. I'm not happy they all played, but the way we went about our business on Wednesday, hope we don't do the same today. Let's concentrate and get the victory today. That's what I'm looking for. That'll do me nicely, set us up for the summer.
Aye. I don't think they realise how we think. I mean, we're always looking for things, and if we'd have won the 5 out of 5 after the split, you know, it means nothing, but it's a psychological and a moral victory, if that makes sense, mate.
It does, mate. It does, especially with the so-called fringe players or the players we're going forward in the team. So you don't like. I know that we done sentimentality thing out on Wednesday, and I think that cost us, to be honest with you, mate. I really do, because you've got guys going on there that they weren't trying that hard. They weren't really putting an effort in, were they? Kamara, Morelos. You could see it. They're not trying. They're not caring. But anyway, it is what it is. We go to draw, or we salvage the draw for the joys of victory. And we move on. So here we are today.
Yes, from the jaws of victory, we grabbed the draw. You know.
Aye.
But I'll get a team out for people joining us. It's McCrory, Tavernier, Suter, Lundstrom, Rudvan, Jack, Cantwell, Raskin, Hadji, Matondo and Fashion Jr. Substitutes. McGregor, Cholak, Wright, Barisic, Arfield, King, Devine, Lowry and Rice. Question for you, Albert. The substitutes that are on the bench today. Obviously, we know McGregor and Arfield. are gone. How many of them do you think will be taking part, say, in August?
How many will be taking part in August?
In your opinion?
Oh, probably about one, maybe two, at a push.
It'll be interesting to see that list that you've got in the fridge, mate.
I'm picking it off as we go along. I'm picking it off as we go along, mate. I get the Jack one, Ryan, and that's all I've got Ryan so far. No, I've got 6 out of the ones under contract to go. I've got 6 to go. I reckon there's 6 paying ones coming in we'll pay money for, and 6 loan ones.
I don't care if we pay money or if we send a contract, as long as it's a good deal for us and they're good players, mate. It's irrelevant.
That's it, mate. That's it. But it's a quantity, mate. It's a quantity, and it's you need to be careful with that. You can't just run about signing players because you're letting players go, and we need to build a squad. So we'll throw numbers in there. It's not a game. That's just not what you need to do. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. To build a team, it's not easy to build a team unless you're like mob across the city who just seem to go and grab a handful of players, throw them in, and everybody works out. That's the way it appears.
I don't think.
Aye.
Spend a lot of money, and for our league, particularly 2 summers ago, mate, they threw a lot of money at it. Yeah, and we'll see where that goes, because you're left with these people with big salaries, and obviously they hurt the revenue, financial fair play. So that's how it's important that we qualify for the Champions League. It's not so much a football exercise. It's all about what you can do going forward. Yep.
All the sums have got to match up. No, I mean it makes sense. No, I mean I don't think that fair play counts to the big teams with the mega millions and billions thrown at teams. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter to them if they get fined or whatever they say. I mean, it's just nothing. It's absolutely nothing. They could fine them millions of pounds and it won't make any difference. Not one jot will it make a difference. So unless they start putting restrictions on their playing staff and point deductions or whatever it is they do, it's going to carry on. The bigger clubs are going to get away with it, and all the other clubs that will not get that sort of cash are going to get hammered, because any fine or any restriction on us is a big deal now. But anyway, that's by the by. We still need to get into the Champions League to do what you said there.
Aye, So back to the day, mate. We got a lot of football players in that team in the forward areas. Hadji and Cantwell. Creators, if you like. Yeah. Mirren, we've had most of the time under Giovanni and some of the time under Michael.
I mean, there's a lot of forward-thinking players in there. That's what I like about it. People who want to go forward and create, and people that want to move forward with and without the ball, because I'm sick of these sideways players. We've had enough of that, mate. We want forward-thinking players. And if you look at it, Tav obviously wants to go forward. Yilmaz wants to go forward. Raskin wants to go forward. Cantwell wants to go. Sakala, Hadji, Montondo, they're all forward-thinking players, mate. And that's the sort of team that we're looking for. That team winning games, winning lots of games, and winning leagues, that's what we want. That's the ideal scenario for us. And I think this team that he's building has got the capability of doing it. We don't know who Tyler's coming in, obviously, but he needs a few key positions really strengthened in my opinion. But these players today, man, I'm quite happy with the players today, I'll be honest with you.
I mean,
there isn't really a bad player in there, is it? Come on, let's be honest. There isn't a real bad player in there.
No, same with the guys that's left and all that. I mean, Stephen Davis, Alan McGregor. To get better players in them at the peak, who are you going to get? But they're not at their peak anymore, unfortunately, and that's the problem. Talking about somebody who always peaks too early. We'll be joined by Andy Felix. Morning, Andrew.
Good morning, boys. I wish I could peak these days. on the one on
Andy.
Have you seen your own? I like to come in with you because I don't sound so bad at the side of you.
Made you sound good, mate.
No, look, on the bench there that you were saying, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'd like to see Rice and Lowry make it into our first team going forward. Along with the new players that are coming in. I think it's
have you seen enough of Lowry to think he's going to play in our first team?
Well, in the last couple of outings, to be honest with you, Ox, I kind of agreed with what you said to me the other week there. That he doesn't look nowhere near it, but I just think he's got some. I think he needs to fill out. I think he's had major problems with a bad injury and his mother dying, and I think that would affect anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, coming into a pre-season, I think it really is down to him in the pre-season. I think he really has to knuckle down, try and fill out a wee bit. It might just be his frame that, some people just go along through life staying that stature, don't they? But I think he needs a little bit of muscle in that. I think he's too good, or he's got too much to not at least be thrown in there and see whether he's going to make it. The bit parts he's getting is not good enough, is it?
I think there's a couple of words that give Lowry a problem. Yeah, and I'm going to say for him getting into our team, Todd Cantwell.
Yeah, well, I said that. Yeah, I said that, didn't I? Last week.
Yeah. And that, with the greatest respect to the boy, I think he's got similarities. I'm not saying he's Todd Cantwell, but I think he sees the game similar. Todd Cantwell's no big. Todd Cantwell's no well built. Yeah, there's the benchmark. If I'm being honest, Albert.
He's nowhere near that level. He's got the potential to get there, maybe, but he's not there yet. He's nowhere near it. So Cantwell's about 25. He's about 20. So Cantwell's 5 years ahead of him. To put it this way, Cantwell was making a name in the Premiership round about his age, wasn't he? Maybe a year older than him. He was making an impression down there at that age. Lowry doesn't look like he's going to make that impression at this moment in time. Not to say can he make the impression, but I'm with you. He's nowhere near it. He needs to up his attitude. That's what he needs to do, and show that he really, really wants to be at Rangers and wants to make it to the top grade, to the top levels, or the best level he can get to. I don't see anything to stop him apart from himself. I keep saying that. He'll go as high as he wants to go. If he's determined to do it, he's got the ability to do it. But it's more than just that, innit? You've got to apply yourself. You've got to live the life properly. You've got to want to do it. And no matter what we say or anybody else says, it comes from him. It comes from the players within. And if it's not there, it's not there. As the old saying goes, you can't put in what God left it. And if it's not there, then it's not there. But you should. That's what annoys me out at Auchenhowie. If that is the case with the boy, they should pick Torres up at Auchenhowie long ago. I don't see why you get to this stage in the boy's career and then we decide, that boy's not going to make it. Mate, 20 years of age. He's still on long before then, mate. I don't know if you think that's right, but that's the way I think about it.
I hope we're saying in a year's time, Andy. Wow. Yeah. What a player this boy Lowry's turning into. I hope that's the case. Yeah. I hope he plays with Zorang, and I hope he comes in and maybe finds a position that suits him, and he's got that football brain and ability. But
sorry for interrupting. I mean, if you look at him, I've not heard anything of that, about his lifestyle. It's just the attitude that people are putting out. I've never seen anything about him. I'm not saying people are wrong or right. When you look at him, what I will say, he doesn't look interested. I'll say that. He has that look about him. But, he's a young man. But there again, as Albert said, if he's not going to knuckle down, don't be there. But there was a minute when the two of them were on the park there last week, Campbell and the young boy Lowry, and they had a smashing wee move there in the box. And they seem to be on the same wavelength. It was only fleeting, but it was there, So, it's not to say that you can't have two Mavericks in your team, is there? So hopefully going forward. Now, I'm going to pay me to say this, right? But I've always said the truth as I see it. I'm really worried about this Jack one. Since he's come back, he looks like he's treading water. He's making basic mistakes that you would never get out of Jack. I'm kind of worried about why we've given this contract. You know, I'd have sooner kept Arfield early, to be honest with you. I never thought to it, but you've got to be honest. That guy looks like he's a bomb scare in it.
Wow. I'm in shock, Albert. I'm in shock.
Well, like I always say it as I say it. I say it at the particular time of what I'm watching and saying. I'll mention it. You know.
You need to let me finish. I'm in shock, Albert. Another player that Andy doesn't like.
I didn't say I didn't like him.
You say what a lover's spun there, Andy.
No, I never said it. Like I said over a year ago, don't be mind that after these injuries, I said it would be better for him to you know, really look at his career going forward and, you know, maybe look for another field. The injuries, they're not working for him, are they? You know, whatever's happened here. You know, there's something not right here. When you look at it, I mean,
Wait a minute. It doesn't work if the two of you talk at the same time, all right? I know it's the first time the two of you are on the show. Albert.
I'm with Andy. I'm agreeing with Andy. You're going to, I didn't think we should sign Jack. I didn't think we should sign any contract. Let them all go, I say. What's happened apart from Jack? Now, we're going to put a contract out for one. I'm the same as you, Andy. I'd have picked Arfield. I'd have said, get to Arfield, and you have to do it. And you want to keep that sort of continuity, get to Arfield. Because I think it's a better influence.
Maybe the reason they never gave it to Arfield is they're bringing somebody in who's similar to Arfield and younger. Yeah, if that makes sense, yeah.
That's fine, but Arfield is definitely an impact player. And I don't know what some people think what an impact player is. An impact player to me is you keep him on the bench and you bring him on, he makes an impact. And the impact he makes is he either creates a goal, scores a goal, or helps in defensive. If you win in the defensive lineup, he slips in there and does a goal for you. That's an impact player, and that's what he does every time. He does it. He influences the game. And I've seen Scott Aikman on there saying he's an impact player. No, he's just only runs about and does nothing. Absolutely. You know, you're just doing there to make numbers up, son. You're not actually contributing to this game. Because
you come on the park and you beat two men nicely, and Scott Wright does do that at times. He shows nice skill. If you don't create, if the final ball's not right or you don't score a goal, you don't impact nothing.
That's it. That's what I look at it, mate. So I think Arfield's like an impact player. That's why it is. So if I'm with Andy, if you were going to offer a contract to one, I'm going to Arfield.
See by Tuesday, Andy will know like Kieran Dow.
I don't like his middle name either. His middle name's O'Neill.
Yeah, but you like Todd Cantwell. Do you know his middle name?
Go on, tell me.
I'm not telling you.
No, wait a minute. Of course I do. Todd the Prod, innit? Prod is his middle name as far as I'm concerned.
Well, remember where you are and what you're saying. Yeah?
Aye.
Mm-hmm. Right. Albert, Cantwell's been a revolution. I'm still seeing. I'm enjoying Raskin. I think he's reading the game's good. He gets the ball. I would have liked that shot he done on Wednesday night to win the goal. I think that would have given him a boost. He's no as far in the pecking order for me as Cantwell is, but game time and he's not been 100% fit. So far, he looks positive and all.
Absolutely, man. And the boys, there's Lowry again. Get back to him to look at Raskin. Raskin's 21.
Same age, I think.
Is it? Well, there you go. This is it.
20. Lowry's 20 in 3 weeks' time, mate. Yeah.
Right. What's Raskin? 21? 20?
I'll tell you exactly. Yeah. Carry on, mate.
Right. So they're running about the same age anyway. And if Lowry looks at yourself in the mirror and says, "Am I up to the standard of that boy Raskin?" No, you're not. Could I get up to him? Probably. You're not there yet, and you should be there. That's the thing that's annoying everybody. You should be there, son. Okay, he's had a hard year this year. I'll give him a hard year. And you've got to cut him a bit of slack with that one, because that wouldn't knock anybody sideways. It really would. But if he applies himself and shows application, if he gets on the day for more than a couple of minutes, that wouldn't be fair. what they done to him, throwing on 2-3 minutes. What is he supposed to do? You know what I mean? But if he gets on, maybe say 30 minutes to go, 35 minutes, maybe even a second half. Now's the time he shows, son.
Mm-hmm. Then you can judge. Yeah, you're right. You can't judge in 2 minutes, you know. As Mrs. Andy Felix knows. Anyway, we've been joined by Blue Star. Morning, Blue Star.
Morning, Ox, Chair. Old Mirren. Andy, man.
Morning, Blue Star. How you doing, pal?
Not bad, mate. Ox, on your point on Cantwell, I was always flummoxed as to how you kept saying to everybody, but we've got a problem, where do you play him? I couldn't work that one out, and I always says to you, look, you let him go anywhere in the middle. And after watching these last couple of games back, mate, I totally concur, and I get what you're meaning. Because see this carry on where you see him all over the park, up front, midfield, and then he's back defending. I get you. I think it wasn't the last night, I think it was the night before, or the night before that, when you mentioned it stands to reason with better players in the midfield. You're completely and honestly right. You can't. He shouldn't. No, never mind. You can't expect him back there defending. He shouldn't be back there defending. That's what the other players are there for. You want Cantwell for the midfield totally going forward, and all what Albert and Andy are saying. That team that he's picked today, for me, it's all forward-thinking players. So I totally get what you're saying with Cantwell, because I'm not saying he's not effective, the new Ox, when he's back defending. Of course he is, but for me, he's far, far better going forward. And that's where you want to see him, because that's where he's going to create the danger. Your defenders and your defensive midfield, whoever that is, that's their job to defend. So I get, because I couldn't understand how you kept saying where you're going to play him. But I get it.
I think with the personnel, we've got a problem. Always seems to be in the right side of our midfield. Albert's playing position, and if we play him there, and he's meant to be in that role, and the next thing he's there, and the helping out our left back, that's the thing. Either that, or you just let him go to, like, you know, Albert.
One of these players that you're going to let do what he wants to do. If you start putting restrictions on him, you're going to lose about 20, at least 20, probably 30% his effectiveness in a game. Just let him go. He's just got an instinct for it. He goes to places. He's like a goal scorer. A goal scorer just knows. They just drift into the right place. The ball always seems to land at their feet to score goals. That's just the way it is. Well, he's like that in the midfield. He just instinctively knows where to be. And I bet you if you says to him, why are you in the left back position starting that move for there, that brilliant goal that gets scored? He wouldn't be able to tell you. That's just what I felt I should be. And I'm a great believer. And if you're going to play a Maverick, and I like Mavericks in my team, don't get me wrong, over the years since I've been a wee boy, I think most people are always drawn to the Maverick players. Because they're great to watch, they're unpredictable, you don't know what's going to happen, and it's excellent. They're usually skillful players, and he definitely fits this category. And if you're going to have one in your team, which I think we should have in our team, you've got to pay the consequences for that. And sometimes it'll not be right, and sometimes he'll not have a good game, and sometimes you'll get frustrated with him. But I'm telling you, with that boy, a majority of the time you're going to enjoy watching him playing, and he's going to be really, really effective for the team. And that's what I want. I want somebody involved in the game, and he'll certainly be involved in the games.
Yes, how I would do it, Blue Star with Cantwell. It would be a 4-3-1-2, and he would be the one.
Yeah. The one, yeah. I totally agree with you, mate. Absolutely. Let the guys behind him kind of more or less dictate in the midfield, and let him kind of float just about in front of him, taking the ball and running forward with it. And on what you are saying, listen, guys, see, for me, the last number of years, you maybe had Kent, even when he was at his best, etc. The impact and the way that he's totally grabbing a hold of the game by the scruff of the neck, to me, he's a superstar now. And I mean that in the quietest way possible, because you don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. But the guy's got it all. He can tackle. He's tall. You've seen him heading the ball. He can cross it. Gosh, he's the only one that's ever had the audacity to take the ball off to cross it. Nobody else has been crossing our ball for the last couple of years, apart from Borna the odd time. He can dribble. And my, oh my, I mean, come on, guys. He's shown the rest up with the goals that he's producing. That's just terrific. We can't ask for any more. The guy's been an absolute revelation since he came in.
Look at stats, Albert. He's scored the same goals since he's come in as Ryan Kent scored in 2 seasons.
I tell you, I mean, we've been saying that a lot all along with Kent, that his numbers are rubbish. You know what I mean? And that boy's just come in and proved it. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. We can't kid the kidders. You know what I mean? We're all sitting there watching it. And even the people who like these players, Kent, Morelos and all that, you've got to look at the facts. And the facts are they weren't effective in the games. But this guy's come in and he is effective in the game. He's scoring goals, creating goals, causing havoc all over the park. And when the journalists and the rest of the Rangers haters start actually hating a player, you know you've got a player. You know you've got a player when they're all starting on his back. And the Gimps are all starting on him as well. So you definitely know you've got a player. You don't even need any justification to say to these people. They're panicking already, where they're saying if we can add quality, the same quality as he is to that position, to the other positions, we've got a team coming here, by the way, a real good team.
Andy, how do you think it's going to go today? You got a bet on?
Yeah, I went for the custom before. Like, you know, I mean, I just think that team looks like he wants to finish off with a lot of guys attacking minded in there. So I think he wants to sign off with a good win. I think we'd all be happy with that, right enough. The Campbell one that you just brought up there behind the two, that's a good idea. I would just, the same as you, I would just give him the freedom from the halfway line going forward in between the two and the one at the 2 and 2. Let him go and let him just go all around the park and do his stuff. We don't want him running back as Blue. So we're wanting guys that can defend properly, and he doesn't have to do that. And the other thing on Campbell, he wasn't prolific scoring down there, but he's scoring goals up here. He's added to the game. He's added to the love of the team. He's going to want to score more goals and make a name on that front. So all going good forward as far as Campbell's concerned. We'll be okay if we just get the right players in. I don't know why. I said it earlier on to you last week and that. I've got a funny feeling that we've had enough and we're going to come out, relative to who we're bringing in, we're going to come out at least you're going to have to roll us over to win that league. I mean, because at the end of the day, right, all right, they won all their games, right? But the basic mistakes we've made, the game's far, far different when you're not 7, 8, 9 points behind. If you're just behind them, mistakes are tighter, aren't they?
Right, sir.
And it's up to us to cut the mistakes.
Well, it's took to the last day of the season, Blue Star, and we've won a player that Andy likes, Todd Cantwell.
I like McCrory as well. So that's 2, right?
Oh, he's pushing the boat, isn't he?
No, I think he'll be all right if you give him a chance, right? You know, yeah, like you said about Lowry, look, give these guys a chance. If it don't work, then you move on, you look in. But there's no point like giving them 2 minutes.
Hello.
No trying them. No.
Jan Boster? You there? Albert?
Aye, I'm here.
Right, we'll go to the manager, so get yourself to mute and let's hear from the manager, Michael Beale.
Michael, final fixture of the season, how important is it to go to high this campaign?
Yeah, listen, our fans will be coming to the game today and they'll sell out the away end, and it's important we keep our away form strong. It's been very good since I came back into the club. I've been delighted with some of our away performances. We've scored a lot of goals on the road. St Mirren have had an excellent season by their standards, getting into the top 6 for the first time. And we know we came here and didn't win earlier in the season, so it's important we come and get the 3 points today and end the season on a high. We don't want to sit on a disappointing performance. We want to send our fans away with optimism for the summer and everything that's coming, but also ourselves as well.
Yeah, 4 changes from the team from midweek. Just talk us through those.
Yeah, obviously we have a change at the back. Leon's not played too much football, nor has John, so you might see a rotation in that area as the game goes on. Yanis Hadji comes back in. It's at the stage he's at with his coming back from the long-term injury. He probably needs 1 game a week rather than the midweek game in between. So he scored and played ever so well last week at Hibs. He comes back in. Ryan Jack had a rest midweek as well, and he comes back into the team. So I think, look, and Rabbi obviously had a slight knock in midweek, missed the Hibs game with a fitness test, so he comes back in, and him and Fashion will give us that pace, and hopefully we can see that certainly in the open spaces. If St Mirren attack us like we did against Celtic at home, we can use their space in behind.
Yeah, and just lastly, what qualities do you want to see from your side today?
Top out of possession, top mentality, top effort, top energy, some quality with the ball, of course, in the final third. But for me, it's about that mentality first, out of possession, pressing, working together, regaining the ball high up the pitch, and then being ruthless in the boxes.
Well, what you're saying is keep it at one end and put it in the other. You back with us, Poster?
My.
Right.
I just kept cutting out. I don't know.
Carry on, mate. Carry on.
I like what he said there. Keep it out of the defence and just take the chances and create the chances and take them up the front. That's just what we want all the time. And I think we'll do it the day no problem. Honestly, do.
Let's be honest, though, Bill. We should have won at the park on Wednesday night and all, shouldn't we, really?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And it was there today, everybody to see. We've actually brilliant. We played some nice stuff at times in the game. And we had the chances through, don't know, many times we were through 1-on-1, 2-on-1, 2-on-2, and just cannot put teams away. So, the game is there for us to win. But again, we don't. It needs to tidy up. Let's hope it starts today. We get the chance. Let's take the majority of the chances just for a change, you know what I mean? And let's see where this takes us. If we actually take the majority of chances we create. I'm looking forward to this team. I must admit, I wasn't bothered about the game to you read the team out, apart from Lundstrom, but isn't it? And then I got a wee tingle and went, I want to see what this team can do. You actually want to see this team playing football, whereas the other mob we had with Kent on it, you just fed up watching that dreary, drudgery football. It's crap. I'm quite happy with this team, I must admit.
Andy?
Yeah, same as I think it's refreshing to see players in that we think that will go forward and not put up with certain antics of certain players that have let us down constantly. So I'm glad for that. The fact that they're going out, wherever they're going, fair enough. But we don't want that in the club now. We want people all on the same page, and if we get that, that will help a long way as well. Cutting out the mistakes is another big one, isn't it? We've got to just get this done now. I mean, it's only as I said last night, it's a short turnaround. We'll be back before we know it. I think the back pages and the media and all that will be quite busy with the players that the so-called coming or are not coming. So there's something to keep us going, isn't there? So hopefully we get where we need to be, and I think we will. We've got to be positive. It's gone now. We can't change anything that's happened.
What did you say there? What did you say there?
We've got. Hey, let's see how the game goes. I might come in the second part of the show and go back to my normal cell.
Star, he said we've got to be positive. Have a word with him.
Aye.
Well, importantly, Andy, very importantly, did you put on the Southside Super 12?
No, I didn't. I need a bottle of vodka tonight, so I've not got much left till I get paid. So.
The reason Menares have got nothing left to be get paid is because of Southside Super 6.
All Bear's saying he's waiting in a wee tingle, looking forward to seeing this side. Andy's been struggling with a wee tingle, so let's hope they do the business and we get a big tingle always.
Tingle, Blue? What's a tingle?
Oh dear.
No, I think they will. That's a very forward-thinking team that he's put on. So we know that they'll have the majority of the ball, and it's just about taking the chances. It's the same as it's been. Put the ball in the net, and it's happy days.
But my problem with the way we're starting to set up, and I'm picking holes, and I'm looking at it. You're with and even on Wednesday night, we're with came for the two fullbacks again. That's fine when it works,
Yeah.
But maybe I'm a bit, because I don't think Matondo and Fashion will be playing particularly wide. They'll be playing inside left, inside right, trying to join in with each other, if that makes sense, Albert, yeah?
Yep, absolutely, mate. It's more about pace for them or not. So you're hoping that some run attackers and come out. So if they do, as Bill said, the boys get all the tap for the 2 speed merchants to go into. So he seems to have covered most of the bases for the. Let's hope it pans out that way. But we could play good football. This team can play good football. It's just about, as Blue Star says, take the chances, put the ball in the net. Let's take the chances. But anyways, it's better this team than what we've had before, because before it was a horseshoe, and we don't want that anymore. We just don't want that anymore. So let's go forward, let's attack, or let them attack us. The 2 teams attacking were really refreshing. Send us all in a good mood into summer.
I mean, listen, what we can do is we can compare the 2 St Mirren performances away from home after the day, because I would argue that was our worst performance of the season there. I think it was Giovanni's last game, Blue Star.
Aye, we were atrocious that day. Most of our games, it's always been about taking chances. That day, we were just mince. We were even struggling to pass the ball to one another. We really were bad that day. So, no, we don't want that. They send us into the summer, as all Bear and Andy says, put us all in a good mood, looking forward to who he brings in. And on what you're saying, Ox, I'm agreeing with you with Sakala and Matondo. But I think that's the reason why he's telling you straight. He's thinking about his forward line. He's bringing in 2 wingers. They've got to be better quality, and they will be. I'm 100% convinced. He knows exactly what he needs now. He's refreshing in the sense that what he said the last couple of pressers for me, he's been on about the forward line, and that's what I'm really interested in seeing what kind of striker he brings in, and the wingers, because if you get a higher grade than what we've got, I'm telling you that the difference that'll make to us is unbelievable, and that's what I'm looking forward for.
What's quite funny is, I mean, we talked about, the players that we brought in under Ross Wilson, and we criticised them, but you look at that team today, you've got Suter, you've got Ridvan, who came in last summer, Cantwell and Raskin in the January window, and there's Matondo playing. Half of the team, the starting players, is players that we recruited, if you like, this season. So things have evolved, but maybe just too late, all better.
That's that. He's getting criticised for bringing them in when they're injured. No, I mean, that was his big fault. All the players that he brought in were all fit, ready to go, and contributed this season. He'd probably still have a job. But the fact of the matter is he brought too many in that were all injured. And that was never going to work out. No, I mean, it's just, that's just one of the things. But this team today is not going to be the team that starts the season, mate. It's no. This is part of the team that's going to start the season next year. A lot of these players will hit the bench. I would imagine they will hit the bench. And that's including Taft, by the way. I don't think Taft's got a stick-on certainty start next season. So, I'll get in there before Blue Star on, or not them.
Yeah. Last word from your good self, Blue Star.
Aye, exactly that. Onwards and upwards. Let's see hopefully see 2-3 goals getting in the day, and let's hope that they play the way we know that they're capable of doing, and let's hope that they do it for us all.
Andy, I just wish that you knew what I knew, because you would love it. Is he there? The host, Andy? Oh, he's gone. All better, last one.
Andy's away his vodka bottle. He's away. He's quite right, mate. Quite right. Aye, let's do the day, guys. Let's get and enjoy ourselves. Let's show them the real Rangers. Let's play a bit of football and score a few goals.
Here. Listen, we'll be back 15 minutes after the final whistle, celebrating the Rangers' victory. And I've got a funny feeling with the shackles off, we will get a handful today. Said it Wednesday, and we should have done. Thanks to Blue Star and Andy for joining us. All better for doing the show on Fox and All School Blue for doing the technicals. Be back after the final whistle, 15 minutes. Take it away, All School Blue.
Every Saturday we follow we cheer the boys in blue, the most successful team in football. We're Scotland's gallant few, though at times they have been hard. We've followed near and far. You will always hear us roaring from the stands in Ibrox Park. Ooh.
Successful team in football, who Scotland's gallant few, who times they have been hard, who followed near and far. You will always hear us roaring from the stands at Ibrox Park.